your news leader. From Portage to Bedford to Boalsburg and all of central Pennsylvania, this is WTAJ News.
Tonight, a story you'll only see on WTAJ News. We talk live with a Pennsylvania congressman who's become one of just a few people in the world to view the Osama bin Laden death photos. Welcome to WTAJ News at 6. I'm John Clay. Carolyn's off tonight. Well, it has been nearly 2 weeks since a team of U.S. Navy SEALs stormed a private compound in Pakistan and killed al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. There has been some criticism from both leaders and citizens around the world following President Obama's decision to not release the photographic proof of the terrorist's death. But some lawmakers are now receiving the option to see those pictures for themselves. And tonight, in a story you'll only see on WTAJ News, we talk live with one of those lawmakers. He's Congressman Bill Shuster, representing Pennsylvania's 9th District. And this afternoon, Congressman Shuster was led into a small room at CIA headquarters. A lone agent was there with an album of about 10 photos on the desk. And Congressman Shuster joins us now live to talk about all this in an exclusive interview. Congressman, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you, John.
Did you have any hesitancy about deciding to view the pictures, and what led you to make the decision?
No, I had no hesitancy at all. I thought it was my job on the Armed Services Committee. They allowed us to see him, to go in, view him, and confirm that he is dead. And I saw those pictures today.
Can you describe the photos that you saw? People very curious about what they were of and how many. That kind of...
As you said, there were about 10 of them. They're gruesome. He was shot in the head, it appears, a couple of times, and that's really all that I can go into, because again, we don't know exactly the situation that happened in the compound, but again, he was shot, he's dead, and the world's a better place for it.
There was some discussion about how gruesome they are and what kind of message they could send, and how that would affect the rest of the world and how they'd be perceived. What are your thoughts about the gruesome nature of the photos?
I put a lot of reliance on our leadership and intelligence community and the defense community. They've decided, the president's decided to not let them get out into the public. I think at some point they probably will get out there. You know how these things work, but I think that it would inflame Islamic extremists around the world, because they are very, very gruesome.
No question at all that the man you saw in the photos was Osama bin Laden?
No doubt about it. There were photos of him dead and live side by side. You can make the comparison, but it's clear it's bin Laden, and as I said, he's dead.
I thought that was interesting. They actually put, my understanding is that they put photos of a similar angle next to the photo of when he was shot, so that you could see the same jawline and bone structure, that kind of thing.
Absolutely. It's a method of identifying different points on his head that you looked at, and you could tell that it was clearly bin Laden.
Did you gain any satisfaction at all about this? I mean, I don't know what you were hoping to achieve out of viewing the photos, and ultimately when you finished viewing them,
sure,
some people have described they gained some sort of satisfaction of it.
Yes, I think that we heard he was dead, and I wanted to see that he was dead, and as my role on the Armed Services Committee, I felt it was necessary that I go in and look at myself so that I could report back to the people that I represent that I saw him, and I'm confident that Osama bin Laden is dead.
And what are your thoughts about whether they should be released to the American people?
Once again, I think that the leaders of our intelligence community and our defense community feel that it would just inflame the Islamic radicals in the world. So, you know, I value their judgment, and I'm pleased and I'm satisfied if they decide not to release them, to not release them. But as I said, these things seem to always work their way out, that they'll trickle out somehow, some way.
Right. Well, I'm sure we'll continue to follow your story. You know, you've spent some time in Afghanistan recently. Always nice to be able to speak with you and talk about your visits to our troops overseas, and we appreciate your words tonight.
Well, thank you very much,
Thank you,
John.
Congressman.